Imagine being able to speak so effectively that people hang on to your every word, agree with your ideas, and feel inspired to take action. In How Highly Effective People Speak, Andrei reveals the psychological principles and communication techniques that high performers use to influence, inspire, and lead with confidence. Andrei explains that the difference between mediocre and highly effective speakers isn't intelligence or charisma, it's the strategic use of language. In this audiobook summary by AudiblePages, we'll unpack the techniques Andrei outlines for becoming a master communicator. You'll learn how to use the power of words to build credibility, create emotional impact, and persuade your audience with ease. Whether you're a leader, salesperson, or simply want to improve your communication skills, these strategies will elevate the way you speak and connect with others. By the end of this audiobook summary, you'll have actionable methods to transform your communication style and influence people like a true high performer. Part 1. The Foundations of Highly Effective Communication. Chapter 1. Speak to be heard, not just understood. Andrei begins by emphasizing that highly effective communication is about more than just being understood. To truly influence others, you must speak in a way that makes people want to listen and engage. He explains that great communicators focus on making their words memorable and impactful rather than simply clear. Techniques such as using vivid language, powerful metaphors, and storytelling are essential for capturing attention. Think about how often you've spoken clearly but failed to make an impact. Andrei teaches that making your message compelling is the first step to becoming an influential speaker. Use vivid language and metaphors to make your words come alive. Instead of using plain descriptions, paint a picture with your words to engage your audience. Practice incorporating stories and examples to make your message more relatable and memorable. Chapter 2. The Psychology of Influence. Andrei explains the psychology behind effective communication, focusing on how people process information and make decisions. He introduces key psychological principles such as social proof, authority, and reciprocity, and explains how to use them to persuade and influence others. Andrei also discusses the importance of understanding your audience's values and beliefs to tailor your message accordingly. Consider how much more persuasive you can be when you understand what drives people's decisions. Andrei teaches that knowing your audience's psychological triggers is crucial for effective communication. Before you speak, take time to understand your audience's needs, values, and motivations. Use psychological principles like social proof or authority to strengthen your message. For example, if you want to persuade someone, show how others have benefited from your idea or emphasize your credibility on the topic. Part 2. Building Credibility and Authority. Chapter 3. Speak with confidence. Andrei emphasizes that confidence is key to establishing credibility. He explains that people are more likely to trust and follow confident speakers, even if they don't agree with everything they say. Andrei provides tips for projecting confidence, such as using strong body language, maintaining eye contact, and speaking with a steady, controlled voice. He also discusses the importance of avoiding filler words like and like. Think about how much more convincing a confident speaker sounds compared to someone who appears unsure. Andrei teaches that projecting confidence, even if you feel nervous, is essential for gaining trust and authority. Practice speaking with confidence by standing tall, using strong body language, and making eye contact with your audience. Slow down your speech to convey calmness and control, and eliminate filler words by pausing instead of saying, or like. Chapter 4. The Power of Simplicity. Andrei argues that simplicity is a powerful tool in communication. He explains that overly complex language can confuse and alienate your audience, while clear, simple language makes your message more impactful. Andrei shares strategies for simplifying your speech, such as using short sentences, avoiding jargon, and getting straight to the point. Consider how much more effective a simple, direct message is compared to one that is long-winded and filled with jargon. Andrei teaches that simplicity enhances understanding and retention. Simplify your language by using short, direct sentences and avoiding technical jargon unless absolutely necessary. Focus on the core message you want to convey and strip away any unnecessary details. Practice editing your speech for clarity and conciseness. Part 3. Creating Emotional Impact Chapter 5. Speak to the heart, not just the mind. Andrei emphasizes that emotional impact is crucial for effective communication. He explains that people are more likely to be influenced by emotions than logic alone. To create emotional impact, Andrei suggests using stories, anecdotes, and vivid imagery that resonate with your audience's feelings and experiences. He also discusses the importance of showing vulnerability and authenticity. Think about how powerful a speech can be when it connects with your emotions. Andrei teaches that speaking to the heart, not just the mind, makes your message more memorable and persuasive. Incorporate stories and examples that evoke emotion and connect with your audience's experiences. Be authentic and show vulnerability when appropriate, as it makes you more relatable and human. Remember, people are more likely to remember how you made them feel than what you said. Chapter 6. The Art of Storytelling. Andrei explains that storytelling is one of the most effective ways to engage and influence people. He breaks down the elements of a great story, including a relatable protagonist, a conflict or challenge, and a satisfying resolution. Andrei also discusses how to use storytelling to illustrate key points and keep your audience engaged from start to finish. Consider how often you remember a great story long after you've forgotten the details of a presentation. Andrei teaches that storytelling is a powerful tool for making your message stick. Practice telling stories that highlight the message you want to convey. Use characters, conflict, and resolution to create a narrative arc that keeps your audience engaged. Make sure your story is relevant to your point and easy for your audience to relate to. Part 4. Mastering the Art of Persuasion. Chapter 7. The Language of Persuasion. Andrei provides a blueprint for persuasive language, including techniques like repetition, framing, and contrast. He explains that repeating key phrases helps reinforce your message, while framing allows you to present information in a way that highlights its benefits. Andrei also discusses the power of contrast, which involves showing the difference between two options to make your preferred choice more appealing. Think about how persuasive advertisements use repetition and contrast to influence your decisions. Andrei teaches that these same techniques can be used in your own communication to sway opinions and drive action. Use repetition to emphasize important points, frame your message to highlight the benefits, and use contrast to make your preferred option stand out. Practice incorporating these techniques into your conversations and presentations to become more persuasive. Chapter 8. Handling Objections with Ease. Andrei explains that handling objections gracefully is a key skill for effective communicators. He suggests acknowledging the other person's concerns, finding common ground, and offering solutions that address their objections. Andrei also emphasizes the importance of staying calm and composed when faced with resistance. Consider how much more effective it is to handle objections with empathy and understanding rather than defensiveness. Andrei teaches that acknowledging concerns and offering thoughtful responses can turn skeptics into supporters. When faced with objections, listen actively and acknowledge the other person's concerns. Find areas of agreement and offer solutions that address their objections. Stay calm and composed, and use empathy to connect with the other person's point of view. Chapter 9. Inspiring Action. In the final chapter, Andrei explains how to inspire people to take action. He discusses the importance of painting a compelling vision of the future, using powerful calls to action, and making your audience feel a sense of urgency. Andrei also emphasizes the role of follow-up, explaining that highly effective communicators don't just inspire action, they make sure it happens. Think about how motivating a great speech can be when it ends with a clear and powerful call to action. Andrei teaches that inspiring action is the ultimate goal of effective communication. End your speech or conversation with a strong call to action. Paint a vision of the future that inspires your audience and create a sense of urgency to act. Follow up to ensure that your message leads to real-world results. Practical advice and wrap-up. Peter Andrei's How Highly Effective People Speak provides a roadmap for transforming the way you communicate. By using vivid language, understanding the psychology of influence, building credibility, creating emotional impact, and mastering the art of persuasion, you can become a more compelling and influential speaker. The techniques in this book are not just about being heard, They're about making a lasting impact. Start by practicing one or two of these techniques in your daily conversations or presentations. Whether it's using storytelling, simplifying your language, or handling objections with empathy, these strategies will help you connect with others and inspire action. Remember, the way you speak has the power to change your life and the lives of those around you. Are you ready to transform the way you communicate and become a highly effective speaker? Start today by applying these principles to your interactions, and watch as your words captivate, inspire, and influence the people around you.